Hello there, my name is Dan Barry, and I'm here to tell you about cryptocurrency. Who here has $100 in their bank account? Now, what if I told you I can turn your $100 into over $3,000, doing nothing, just waiting 4 years? Sound too good to be true? It's happened before. Had you put $100 in Bitcoin 4 years ago this month, you would have over $3,250 now. Armed with this information, and say a time machine, what's stopping you from going back and making that bet? Heck, after the most recent bull run, seeing cryptocurrency spike again this week and earlier this month, what's stopping you from making that bet now? I'm not sure about you, but times are tough right now. And if someone told me I can make free money, I'm interested. But first I had to do my research, a lot of research. And like most financial institutions, the more you look, the uglier it gets. Cryptocurrency's suggestive benefits do not outweigh its concrete consequences. I'm here to tell you that until cryptocurrencies are safe, to stay away as much as possible. Cryptocurrency is a bubble. It is making the economy unstable, and it perpetuates illegal trade. Not to mention that it is damaging the environment at an exponential scale. The rise of cryptocurrencies can be directly tied to people's growing distrust of institutions. Growing inequality has made people think of cryptocurrency as an easy way to take them from rags to riches, and no one has the courage to tell them that playtime's over. Regulations need to be implemented and enforced faster. The more we fund the right institutions, the safer and better the world is for the little guys. Digital currencies may be the future, but a future with cryptocurrency is dystopian, and one we should avoid at significant cost. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, meme coins like Dogecoin, crypto mining, peer-to-peer transfers, private keys, blockchain. All this sounds very complicated, and if you've ever had a friend or family member or an ad on the internet try to explain or sell you on cryptocurrency, you realize that it's all very complicated. Now, if something is so revolutionary, so liberating, and all the things they claim cryptocurrency to be, why is it so difficult to explain? The answer I've found is a simple one. All of the terms and the technology, all the innovation behind it that makes it so hard to explain to the lay person, is just spit and polish for a Ponzi scheme. Cryptocurrency only has value because there's the next greater fool to pay the difference. It may not seem like it, but traditional financial products like stocks or bonds are eventually rooted in companies actually doing or making things. I know, it's far-fetched, but it's true. This is called economic value. Real currencies like the US dollar, euros, or yen are also rooted in the growth of the corresponding country's economy. Gold might not be the currency standard anymore, but it still provides a physical value resource used in jewelry or computers. Bitcoin and all other cryptocurrencies have no such economic value. If you don't take my word for it, you can take Warren Buffett's, who called Bitcoin rat poison squared. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, data mining, crypto mining, hash rates, blockchain. Cryptocurrency is made to seem very technical and very confusing. Now ask yourself, if cryptocurrency is the revolutionary technology everyone says it is, why is it so difficult to explain to others? The answer I found is pretty simple. Once you strip back the technical terms, the massive marketing campaigns, and the pseudo-innovation, you're left with what's basically a Ponzi scheme. A Ponzi scheme that works like this. Cryptocurrency has value because there's the next greatest fool to buy it. Unlike other economic constructs, those are rooted in economic value. They provide something, make something, or do something. For example, real currencies like the US dollar, the euro, or the yen are rooted in the economic growth of the respective countries. Other constructs like stocks or options or bonds are rooted in the fact that companies will make or do something to provide value to the economy. Gold, while no longer the economic standard, still has physical value. It's needed to make jewelry and is used in computers and motherboards and on your phone. Bitcoin and all other such cryptocurrencies have no such economic value. If you don't take my word for it, you can ask Warren Buffett's. He's pretty good at this sort of thing. He calls Bitcoin rat poison squared. You only ever buy Bitcoin to sell Bitcoin to the next greater fool at a higher price. When was the last time you bought a taco or a latte with some Dogecoin? The technical gibberish, the overnight millionaires, the endless ads, and all the news stories about the winners takes away from the fact that there were many, many people who were losers needed to make it happen. Cryptocurrencies have a cash flow problem. Who's going to pay for all these new paper millionaires? The answer is a simple one. If you're not careful, it's going to be you. Cryptocurrencies is a bubble, and if this bubble keeps growing, it will pop. And when it does, it won't hurt just the people invested. It'll hurt everyone. As cryptocurrency becomes more mainstream, more retailers now accept cryptocurrencies as a form of payment. However, because of the volatility, the average Joe doesn't really spend it. The majority of cryptocurrency transactions still belong to a particular type of people: drug traffickers, sex traffickers, and assassins. According to the official Bitcoin website, bitcoin.org, Bitcoin is the original cryptocurrency, dating back to 2010. A little more than a year later, in 2011, Ross Ulbricht would create the Silk Road, a dark web black marketplace that would trade explicitly in the new founded cryptocurrency. The encryption on Bitcoin makes it near impossible to track, giving people complete anonymity and privacy. This means criminals can buy and sell whatever they like with relative impunity. Cocaine, hitmen, passwords, sex slaves, stolen dogs, blackmail, any and everything can be bought with Bitcoin online. Because of the inability to track or monitor cryptocurrency transactions, it makes catching criminals extremely difficult. It means that there are no hard numbers of just how much money is laundered each year. The FBI's best estimate is over $30 billion. The FBI was eventually able to shut down Silk Road in 2014. And through this just one website, in over 3 years, Ross Ulbricht was able to collect over $1 billion worth of Bitcoin. And that's just the money they can find. Now, if you're comfortable with the possibility of an economic crash, and you're fine with the anonymity cryptocurrency gives to criminals, and you believe none of this affects you, wait till you hear how cryptocurrency is accelerating the poisoning of the planet. In order for cryptocurrencies to work, they require a lot of computer power. According to Digicommunist, who leads the research on the environmental impact of cryptocurrency, it takes over 622 kilowatt hours to complete one transaction of cryptocurrency. To put that number in perspective, a single credit or debit card transaction requires 700,000 times less energy than a Bitcoin transaction. That Bitcoin transaction could power a 4-member household for 3 weeks, a single transaction. The current total energy required for crypto mining every year is equivalent to the amount of energy released by the Tsar Bomba, the world's largest nuclear bomb ever tested. The electricity usage and corresponding carbon footprint byproduct is only one part of the environmental waste created through cryptocurrency. Crypto mining requires warehouses filled with hundreds upon thousands of computers that run 24/7, 365 days a year. And if you ever owned a PC, you know that they often break and quite frequently need parts replaced. These computer parts use rare earth materials and are very difficult to recycle, thus creating unnecessary and dangerous waste that poisons the soil and eventually local water supplies. All of these problems that I have mentioned will only become worse as cryptocurrency becomes more popular and mainstream. More people become victims of the scheme, and the more transactions gives more anonymity to criminals. And the climate crisis will only accelerate as there's more demand. One of the main goals, as stated in the founding white papers, is to circumvent third-party and government regulation. It is far past time governments take this personally as a threat to their authority. While they might not always do a good job, it is the government's role to protect its citizenry. And Bitcoin is a predatory scheme that will wreak havoc on the economy should it implode. Government institutions must pick up the slack and restore the trust that prompted the need for decentralized currency to begin with. Cryptocurrencies only have value because there's demand for them. They do not provide value for you unless you take that value from someone else. I believe that most people are generally good human beings, so the only way to stop the cycle is if we get off or refuse to get on. Cryptocurrencies create incredible economic risk, and they also create safe havens for criminals. Not to mention they are accelerating the destruction of our planet. Any one of these is enough reason to be against the proliferation of cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrency is a problem that affects everyone, and one that will not go away on its own. I recommend you do as I have done, and look into it yourself. When you understand the mechanism behind the machine, you will see that the danger is there and must be stopped.